we're going to learn about surface area today. This is our 6th lesson of our geometry unit. You're going to be able to calculate surface area of various prisms and cylinders. So you need to know the formula. Back, if you remember in 6th grade with Ms. Niemeyer and Mr. Brinkman, when we did surface areas, a lot of times we did the top, found the area of the top, found the area of the bottom. Don't write this down. Found the area of the front. Remember this? Found the area of the back, found the area of the side, and then the other side, and then we added them all up. You kind of remember that? Yeah. We're not doing that. This is very more elementary. Now we're going to apply an actual formula. It will absolutely still work. But today I don't, but for this homework I don't want you to do it. I want you to utilize the formula. So this is surface area. Our surface is area to the perimeter of our base times the height plus 2 big B. Well, P is the perimeter of the base. That's adding around. So I'm going to give you a visual from down here with this first prism. That's that. I found the perimeter of my base. H is the height of the prism. Height of a prism always connects the 2 bases. So some people get confused. How do I know what's the height? You have to identify the parallel bases, and whatever connects them is the height. Big B is the area of the base. So our formula says the surface area is our perimeter, like I outlined in blue, times our height. So all that's doing, if I go the perimeter times the height, notice what I'm really finding is those front faces. Those front faces are known as the lateral area. So this right here, perimeter times height, we call it LA, which equals lateral area. Lateral, I think ladder is tall. So what I'm really doing with lateral area is finding the tall faces. That's finding this, finding the back, finding the side, and all I have left is the top and the bottom, the area of the base. So what I have left is 2 big B, and big B is the area of the base. So let's apply it. Okay, first one, I'm just going to write the formula down. P equals, surface area is equal to perimeter of the base times the height plus 2 big B. So what I'm going to do here is figure out all the little things I need. I need P, perimeter of my base, 5, 4, 5, 4. So I could say 5 plus 4 is 9, plus another 9 would be 18. So I'll say 9 plus 9 equals 18. Some of you might want to say 5 plus 5 plus 4 plus 4, 5 plus 4 plus 5 plus 4. However you want to figure out area of the base or perimeter of the base is your call. H, what connects my 2 bases? 10. H is equal to 10. And big B. Big B is area of my base. So it looks like it would be 5 times 4, 20. Put it all together into that formula. Now I'm going to put it into the formula. Surface area is equal to my perimeter times my height plus 2 times the area of a base. 2 bases. Remember, this 18 times 10 is telling me all the front lateral areas. Johnny?
Don't you need like 4 times 10?
No. Now I have 180 plus 40, 220. find the surface area of our triangular prism here. So, breaking it down again. P, perimeter of my base. I like to use any color or highlighter so I can really visualize my base. So the perimeter of my base is going to be 9 plus 12 plus 15. 12 plus 15 is 27. 27 plus 9 is 36. The height is what connects my two bases. So it looks like my height is right here. I don't have that dimension, but I have the 5. So my height is 5. In big B, it's area of my base. My base is a triangle. So the formula of my triangle is base times height divided by 2. So it's going to be, but it's base times height of the triangle, not of the prism. So anytime you're given a 90-degree angle with a triangle, the 9 and the 12 create the base and height. They're the legs. So it would be 9 times 12 divided by 2. Base times height of the triangle divided by 2. 54. Now I just plug it into the formula. My surface area is going to be my lateral area, the area of my tall sides, which is the perimeter of my base, times the height of my prism, plus 2 bases I have to account for. 2 times 54. 36 times 5 is 180. Plus 108. 288, and then I forgot, silly me, this is a squared unit. The first one is squared centimeters, because we're talking about prisms, or area, and area is always squared. Okay, and this formula is the one that is going to be given to you for the OPAs and MC. Our last concept for today, we're going to find surface area of cylinders. It's the same formula. Everything is aligned with this formula. Any kind of surface area, we use that formula. We just start plugging in. So cylinders are a little more abstract, and when you encounter it and you're like, oh, I forget it, if you pull this up and just apply it to circles, you'll be able to develop it yourself, formulate it yourself. So let's really think about a cylinder. What is the base? What kind of shape?
Circle.
Circle. So what is the area of a circle? What's the area of a circle?
Pi times radius squared.
Yep, pi r squared. That's what I know. I'm just slowly working like, okay, what do I know here? Perimeter of the base, if we're looking at a cylinder, well, what's going around a circle? What's that called?
Circumference.
Yep, so the perimeter of the base is circumference. What's the formula for circumference?
Pi times the diameter.
Pi times diameter, 2 pi r. Yep. So our final formula just goes from the first one. Surface area is equal to my perimeter, but my perimeter is right here. 2 pi r times my height plus 2 times my area of the base. Area of the base is right here, plus 2 pi r squared. So it looks intense, but all I did is took what I knew for the surface area formula, which you don't need to memorize that formula. It will be given to you. And then I decongested a circle, or I don't know, I tore a circle apart, decomposed a circle, and developed it that way. So let's apply it. All right. There's no, I think actual other prisms are a little bit more difficult to calculate than this, because here all I really do is plug in. All I need is my R and my H. That's all I need. So I just plug into that formula. So my surface area of this cylinder is going to be 2 times pi, 3.14, times r. If my diameter is 5, what's r? Half of it. Times my h, 21. Plus, I gotta minimize this, it's gonna be a little big. Can you read it? I hope you can read it. Plus 2 times my pi times r squared, so 2.5 squared. Now don't plug this all into your calculator at once. It's going to mess things up. I figure out the left side of the plus sign, write it. I figure out the right side of the plus sign, write it, and then I add them last. So 2 times 3.14 times 2.5 times 21 is 329.7. Okay? And then 2 times 3.14 times 2.5 squared is 39.25. And then I add it. 368.95 square inches. Okay, the next one, and the best advice I can ever give you. When you're calculating any kind of anything, given multiple choice, I take a glance at my answers. And I see here that all my answers have pi in it. So that tells me, okay, they want me to keep it with pi. So I'm going to use the formula, but I'm going to keep pi as it is. Watch how I apply that. First off, I know surface area is 2 pi r, that's the circumference, times my height, perimeter of my prism times height, plus 2 times the area of my base, which is pi r squared. Okay, and it tells me everything I need to know. R is 4, x is 13. X is my height. So it's going to be 2, and I'm going to leave pi because I see that the answers want me to. 2 pi times my radius times my height plus 2 pi times my radius squared times 4 squared. And now I'm just going to start multiplying the numbers I can. So 2 times 4 is 8. 8 times 13 is 104 pi. 4 squared is 16. 16 times 2 is 32. So it would be 32 pi. Now I view it like a variable, like it's just x. So since they're like terms, right, can I combine these two? Yeah, so 32 pi plus 104 is 136 pi. And I found it. Now I only leave it as pi. Notice I glanced at my answer choices first, saw that they had pi in them. So I said, okay, I'm going to leave it as pi. And that's going to be your strategy for the OLPAs and MCAs. Anytime you're dealing with circles, see if they want you to keep it as pi or 3.14. Okay?
Will they tell you that all the time?
Well, the answer choices will be given as a pi, but they're not going to tell you. They'll tell you if they want you to use your calculator's version of pi or 3.14.